All right, hello everyone. We're back again in the month of November for Lemons and Lemonade. Lemons to Lemonade, brought to you by TCM. Uh, I'm the host, Terry Armstrong, one of the co-founders of TCM, and we're currently trying to troubleshoot the other co-founder of TCM. A little technical difficulty, but we're waiting, trying to see if he can get on. So today we'll be joined by, as you probably already figured out, the co-founder, Rance John Miner. Um, we're still trying to figure it out, but while we wait for everyone who's out there, please feel free. We would ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can check out all our episodes. And also, I'm just going to take a moment to do a shameless plug for our promotion this month, which is the is for No Shave November. All of our beard products are 25% off. You can reach us. You can get those products on our website at tcmlifestyle.com. Um, Give me 1 second here. Um, So yeah, this month, yeah, definitely as we go into the holiday season, No Shave November. So now November 2nd through the 25th, all of our beard products, even our beard bundles, our bundle packages, they'll all be on sale, 25% off going into the holiday season. And then, as you know, once we get in closer to the holiday season, we'll get ready for our Black Friday promotion. Um, so while we're waiting on Rance, we also I wanted to tell everyone about an opportunity we have. We are actually going to partner with, and I don't want to get this right wrong, but it's the foundation, Taraji P. Henson's foundation, that focuses on mental health for men. And so we're going to be running a promotion, and then we're with all of our sales from this, not all of our percent of our sales from this month will be donated to that organization that focuses on mental health for men. So we just wanted to let everyone know about that. Some of the things we're trying to do to help our own community. Uh, Still trying to get Rance on here. He's really trying. Um, but I'll start a little bit. I don't want to take any of his thunder, and I don't want to take any of this conversation he and I are gonna have. But me and Rance have been at this since 2017. Um, we officially created a company in May 2017, and we actually officially launched in November of 2017. And quite frankly, it's been one of those great journeys for me. I've really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed my partnership with Rance. He's really a really great business partner, great man. I don't get this, I know us as men, we don't give kudos to our brothers a lot. Um, Maybe it's just that machismo that we have, but he is really an impressive individual to me. Solid man, solid father. I can't say, it's one of those things. I'll say it this way: I really wanted to be in business with him because beyond all his professional accolades and everything associated with him, he's such a good man that it made it worth. It was a benefit. Honestly, it was a benefit to me to be associated with a man of his quality. So I really appreciate Rance in that way, and I can't wait to have him on. I hope we can. He's trying to get on with his iPad at the moment. So hopefully we can get him on here in a minute, and then we can start that and have some conversations with him. Um, the other while we're waiting, also give you kind of a little bit of insight. Um, we are actually in the process of going into our 2022 to 2025 strategy. And we'll get into this conversation in the weeks to come as we talk to some other people about you know, planning, the challenges of going back and reflecting on your business to see how it went. I think we talked about this before, just understanding, how did you perform against the plan, but also just looking, and trying to read the tea leaves on what is going to happen in the years to come in the future. One of the things, I think we're going to discuss as we finalize our 2022 to 2025 strategy is what categories are we going to be in? What do we think? What insights can we glean from other industries, other categories? What our customers want? How do we, better engage them? And how do we meet their needs and predict their needs and where they're going to be and what's going to be really relevant to them from a lifestyle perspective. We call ourselves a lifestyle brand, and we're specifically playing in the grooming space at the moment. But men are complicated creatures. Oh, let me. Good. Hey, bro, how you doing?
How you doing, Terry?
I'm good. I'm good. You have me here just kind of spitballing for about 5 minutes. That's good
man.
though. All right, cool, cool, cool. Hey, man, I'm so happy to have you here today, man.
Can, how can you hear me, Terry? I know the audio might be down just a little bit. Can you hear me good?
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's good. It's good. I did a little brief introduction for you, but I'll go back. I'll say, everyone, please welcome Rance John, the other co-founder of TCM, also the owner of Rance Johns and Styles Barbering in St. Louis, Missouri. I gave you some good kudos. I don't know if you heard them or not, but you might
No,
you
I
might want to
couldn't
go play
listen, man. I
it
couldn't hear
play
you
it
good,
back.
but I appreciate it.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this, man. I like to kind of stick to the timeline. That way we don't have to. I don't have to disrupt your schedule or anyone else. But I like to start off with, kind of go ahead. Everybody knows you're one of the co-founders. We're partners and everything. But please go ahead and tell everybody about yourself. Who you are, what helped shape you into the man you are today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you know, as Terry said, I am one of the co-founders of TCM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from Chicago, so I like to say Chicago birthed me, but St. Louis raised me. So
Okay.
I've been here in St. Louis pretty predominantly most of all my life.
Mm-hmm.
Come from a single parent household, like a lot of us, you
Yeah.
know. Um, come from a good structure, a good foundation, although it was a single family household. I
Mm-hmm.
also had some good mentorship around me. So
Mm.
that played a good key part in who I am today. I always had a bug for entrepreneurship. I have a lot of entrepreneurs in my family, from my
Mm-hmm.
aunts, my uncles, a lot of people that I've seen in the community.
Mm-hmm.
Even some even some guys that were making some bad choices. They were
And we all
entrepreneurs
do. We
anyway.
all got those, don't we?
So
That's grace. That's called grace.
it's called grace. But I was blessed and I was able to start my first business at the age of 23.
Okay.
So that was amazing. I've always had a, um, a passion and a desire to really want to go into business,
Okay.
and just make a better living for myself and my family. So
Oh,
that's been my drive, a piece of my
good,
drive
good,
right
good,
there. Yeah,
good, good. I was telling them before. I was like, Rance doesn't really get into his all the things that make him who he is a lot of the times. But I was like, I tried to tell him, I was like, I'm rarely, and how guys are. We don't really give everybody each other kudos all the time. That's not who we are.
right.
I was like, but you're one of the only few people I've come across that I'm like, man, I'd love to be in business with that guy. Not because of all the great things you did with your business, but who you were as a man. If you don't hear it enough, it's appreciated.
I
I
appreciate
mean,
that, bro.
yeah, yeah. It's a blessing in my life. I don't know about anybody else. I don't know if anybody else tell you, but I know it's a blessing in my life to be associated with you, at least in the business perspective, man. I consider you a friend, since day one. So,
Absolutely.
um, but I had one question. I always wanted to ask this question. We call it the brand the classic, man. I always wonder why. Why did you want to name it that?
That's a good question, Terry. But no, honestly, okay. So I guess you remember the song "The Classic Man."
Yep.
a few
Mm-hmm.
years back.
Yep.
That was around the time that actually around when that song was out. That's actually when I was working for Design.
Yep. Yep. I remember
And
that.
so while I was working for Design, which some know and some don't know, I used to work for Design. Terry used to be my boss for some years. All right.
We were partners. It was still a
Terry,
partnership at the time. It was a partnership.
whatever, man. You was my boss. So, but anyway, when I would use the Design Essentials product line, I was trying to figure out a way in which I could make it work for what I was doing in my field as a
Mm-hmm.
barber.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I made it work, but at the same time, I knew it was something that I wanted to do specifically for men.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I started just working with different chemicals and trying to figure out different things in my kitchen. You know how I go, kitchen
Mm-hmm.
chemist, and
Yep.
making different cocktails and uh, putting oils together and all types of stuff. And
Yep.
so the young lady that I was dating at that particular time, that song was on, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really her idea. I have to give her credit. And
Okay.
so she she said, you know what, you should think about naming it the Classic Man, because we were throwing a few names out.
Yeah.
And so when she said it, it really stuck with me, and I was like, man, I said that really can go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
And I think it really spoke to what I was trying to do with the brand and what
Okay.
we were trying to do with the brand. Once we had our discussion and we talked about it, and
Yeah.
the vision kind of came together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I know. I didn't know the backstory, but so now I know.
yeah,
Oh, cool, cool, cool. So the theme of this podcast is really lemons and lemonade, and you've been in business since you were 23
right,
yourself. As you alluded to, you've come across some things along the way.
yeah.
Um, if you can take a few minutes and share, I mean, either with Rance John Styles and Barbering TCM, some of the challenges you've had to face, and just how you've overcome them. I know we all got those stories, so I would love to
Oh
hear
yeah.
your version of things.
Okay, well, I keep it kind of short and sweet. But I went from being a business owner at the age of 23.
Mm-hmm.
Started off with one business, opening a barbershop, and I want to say about a year later, I opened up a salon. So I
Mm-hmm.
expanded.
Yep.
2 years later, I purchased the property that I had my business in. So it
Mm-hmm.
was, I want to say it was 3 commercial units and 2 apartments in the building. So
Mm.
it was a really big space.
Okay.
It was a lot of space. Actually, it was. I'll take that back. It was three apartments. Yeah, yeah, three
Wow.
apartments and 3 commercial units. All right,
Wow.
above
Uh,
the space.
mm-hmm.
Um, I was newly married at the
Mm-hmm.
time. Just had a couple kids.
Yeah.
So it was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of money was coming in at the time.
Mm.
At that particular time, I was very young. At the same time, and uh, I want to say that I mishandled some things. I put it like
Okay.
that. I
I
mishandled some
love.
things.
I'll stop there. I like people who are accountable to their situation.
Yeah.
What we did, it was, I can't put it on anybody else. It was me. I had a part in everything that
Oh
went
yeah.
wrong.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that, man. I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh yeah. You got to take accountability, man. Seriously. I mishandled some funds, Terry. I mishandled some money. I didn't do right by some money that came in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm a believer. I'm a believer, and so for myself, it was a little disheartening because I felt in that moment, in me being young and naive, and uh, me wanting to place blame, I somewhat kind of tried to shift the blame on others to say like, well, they didn't help me, or they didn't show me how to do this, or they didn't show me how to do. When I
Yeah.
sat back and I thought about it, I was like, no, it was really a lot of it was your fault,
Mm.
So I went from that, Terry, to actually going through a divorce, to
Mm-hmm.
sleeping on a friend's floor for
Mm.
a couple months and just losing everything,
Mm.
And I was in a space where I saw myself growing to where I just hit rock bottom, and it happened so fast to the
Mm.
point where it was just it kind of messed me up for a moment,
Mm-hmm.
and I really needed to step back and get some therapy,
Yeah.
uh, sort things out, pray, you know,
Mm.
uh, and re-strategize and figure out a way that I could actually execute and come back better. than I did beforehand. And so,
Oh wow.
you know what, I will say that was a lot of my friends. They went away to school and they went away to college. I would like to say that those were my college years.
Okay.
For me,
Yeah.
where I was taking hard quizzes and tests, and so
Yeah, that apply to life. You were taking steps that
exactly,
apply to life.
The real quiz.
The real quiz. Woo. Oh man. I mean, but I the points you hit on, man, are we all have things we go through in life, and a lot, I know me, and I as we hear your stuff, getting the help, understanding where you're at, sometimes we got to hit rock bottom. I mean, I've been there, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
People see you now, as and it looks all rosy, but that journey to get there, those valleys, it can be a little, it can shake you, and it's supposed to shake you to do the right thing. That's always been my opinion. I'm like, it was rough going through it, but I'm glad I got through it.
Yeah,
because that was the whole point of the breakthrough.
Absolutely.
So man, I think people are happy to hear that. You can experience success, you can take a hit, you can come back from it, and be better than you were before. And
Absolutely.
I think that's the whole point of. I think that's the whole point of life. Why you're here living it. To be tried, be tested. We're all going to be tested.
Yeah.
I like that, man. Hey, one question I did have is, as you're a multi-talented individual, as I can see. I tell people all the time, they ask me about you. I'm like, he's a barber and he's really, really good at that, but he's smarter than you think he is, because all the stuff he's into, I don't even know how he know about that kind of stuff. Even the stuff you ask me, I'm like, okay, let me go watch some videos, let me go do some, because he asked me about this. So clearly he heard about this and he knows I'm about this, and I'm lost. But man, so how do you keep yourself, I always say plug into your customers. You can, you seem to have great relationships in your community in St. Louis and everywhere you go. I can tell your customers love you, but how do you feel about? I always say you can glean some insights about where business opportunities may lie if you listen to your customers, because they typically tell you what they don't like,
right?
And the solution, the business opportunity, is always on the other side of that. So how do you view that kind of stuff?
That's a good question, Terry. That's a really good question, man. You know what? And honestly, I could say that speaking to our product line, right?
Okay.
I could use that for an example.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking to the need of the people as far as beards started to make a comeback.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Grooming really started to make made a strong comeback.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like right at that crossroads with everything, where guys started really wearing the big beards again. They also started really paying attention to detail and grooming in our profession again.
Yeah.
And so even from both of those sides, as far as speaking to some of my clients, as far as like what they felt like their needs were, and what I felt like the needs were in the industry, and just seeing a void, or even in my city, where I was trying to figure out a way, how can I separate myself from what others are doing?
Gotcha.
And so that's where I just kind of somewhat started to come up with some of the things that I came up with, as far as like, taking grooming to another level, bringing grooming back. And it also gave me the opportunity to really raise the bar as far as like raising my price points and doing other things and offering other services.
Gotcha.
So I would like to answer it that way if I could,
because
I just kind of saw something totally different, and it kind of spoke to me from that space.
Yeah. I mean, as me being a customer, one of the things I didn't realize how much I was spending on self-care until I didn't know it was important to me until I paid attention to how much I was spending on it. When I shave, you're a bearded guy, I shave.
Right.
And I was spending a lot on shaving products trying to find, the thing that works for me. And I'm like, it's what was the term some years ago? Metrosexual,
Right.
whatever that
I'm
was.
glad that's gone, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that was gone too. But I started caring the self care. I
Right.
started caring about me, and I didn't even know it. But for me, you might some of your customers might even hit you with this. They start deliberately, especially in this pandemic. People seem to be more focused on those little things like grooming, self care. How do I take better care of myself, live a better life? I mean, I think all this plays into that, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
Okay. All right. Cool. 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 Um, we at 3:20, so I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. But I do want to end on this. Is there anything you want to share with everyone beyond just what we've already talked about, just in general?
Yeah, actually, I would. I would like to share with everyone that they really need to look out for TCM for this upcoming year.
Yeah.
Listen, we have some amazing things in store for you guys. Not only just from the product space, but also from different things that we'll be doing in Atlanta as well as St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
and other cities as well. So we want you guys to tap in, stay connected with us, with what is being created even right now with the podcast. This is a
Mm-hmm.
great form of information that's being shared, even with some of the things that we've done with TCM Talks. We want you
Mm-hmm.
guys to just really plug in and stay connected because TCM is really more a lifestyle brand. And if you guys stay connected with us and follow us on our journey, we promise you we won't disappoint you. We have some awesome products coming out. And also, we would love to hear some of you guys as some of the public's ideas
Yes.
from the product space, as well as even if you would like us to come visit your city.
Yep.
That's what I
Oh.
want to share, Terry.
Cool. Hey, you hit it on the nail, man. Thank you. I'm the one trying to figure out what to say, so I'm glad you're here today. uh, Before we wrap it up, hey, please everyone subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing this podcast every week, so we'll put content out there. We have TCM Talks, so make sure you get plugged into that and follow that as well. When he goes live with that, we do that weekly. Yep. So thank you everyone. As I said again, I always do the shameless sales plug. This is No Shave November. We got 25% off all of our beer products this month. So jump on it now. These are the best. This is the best time to buy products. Hey man, hey, I really appreciate you jumping on today. I know you're busy,
Absolutely.
man. Oh yeah, man. Thank you everyone, and we'll check you out next week.